Hey everybody, happy Monday. Coach Paul here, ready to get started on another fantastic week. It's warming up here in Tennessee. Pools are opening. It's time to get those summer bodies ready. So first of all, we'll log our weight. I weighed in at 236.4. I'm hovering right around 235 pounds. I'm going up and down, up and down. I am trying to lean out a little bit. So what that means is I'm eating a little bit less than I would otherwise. For example, last night I made a bunch of pasta with bison and veggies in it. I'd usually have 3 or 4 bowls. I had 2 bowls. So I woke up this morning and I was hungry. You know what though? A little bit of hunger generally means your body is burning fat. So get used to having that just little bit of hunger. You don't want to be like starving and ravishing, but having a little bit of hunger, never getting fully stuffed. That's usually where I try to hang out when I'm trying to lose weight. So it doesn't have to be super hard. Don't even have to count calories unless you're eating, processed foods that don't really fill you up. But if you're getting full on fruits, veggies, meats, and eggs like I do, it isn't too difficult. And again, you can have rice, pasta, starches, breads. Keep them on workout days. And here's one tip. If you like eating more on the weekends, then do your lifts on the weekends. Any day you're going to eat a lot, whether it's holidays, going out with your wife, whatever, make that a workout day. So adjust your schedule so you're doing your workouts on the days that you're going to eat the most. On days that you're not working out, you're just doing cardio, you're just doing your steps, you're doing mobility. Those are your lower calorie days. And the difference between a lower calorie day and a higher calorie day is carbohydrates. Where you get a lot of your carbohydrates? Starches, breads, pastas, rices. So stack up those breads, pastas, rices, those eating out at restaurants, make those your lifting days, non-lifting days, cut back on those starches, just stick to meat, eggs, fruits, and vegetables. My sleep score was at 82, so that's going well. I have found I do not need to wear the mouth tape. If I just keep my chin strap on, so it goes over my head, under my chin, it's not super tight. Like I can still open my mouth and take a drink of water, but it's enough that I'm not sleeping like. So it keeps my chin supported and I keep my mouth shut. And if I have any stuffiness, I put on a breathe right strip and I can breathe through my nose all night. I sleep much better. My resting heart rate at night is 43 beats per minute. So it's helping me get better quality sleep and a lower resting heart rate. So overall better health just by keeping my mouth closed while I'm sleeping. Weekly progress. Big wins. Big wins. I had huge PR on the hack squat. My quads are really starting to get big. I've put a lot of work into my quads and hamstrings because I always focused on upper body because most guys do. That's where the show muscles are. That's what's easier. But your biggest muscles are your glutes, quads, and hamstrings. So you can build a lot of muscle there, boost your metabolism by strength training those. And even without doing squats are still king, especially for new people. But once you kind of plateau in the squat, or for me, my back was getting sore from my sciatica, I switched to leg presses, leg extensions, leg curls. It takes the load off the low back and really isolates those muscles. And man, I've seen a lot of growth. And I'm learning really how to push and push and push. When I think I'm done and just keep pushing and like squeezing out more and more reps in that oh shit zone. And man, I get some good soreness the next day. Not too much, but get some soreness in my knees, which is pretty standard. I'm pushing pretty hard, but then they recover over the next few days and my legs are just getting bigger. And that's explaining why I'm now over 235 pounds. I don't know if I could get under 230 if I cut, but that's a big win. Just some soreness from those. So if you look at progress, everything's doing great. I was a little sore in the legs from the big workouts. So I don't want to do that too often. I don't like being that sore, but everything else has been fantastic. I don't like doing zone 2 cardio. I think it takes away from strength and muscle gains, but I got to take care of my heart and make sure my blood pressure doesn't go up, which happens when I don't do my zone 2 cardio. My blood pressure starts rising. So got to keep my zone 2 cardio in. So if we go to plan adherence, I know looking in Fitbit, I hit bedtime 6, I hit wake up time 6, I did 5 cold plunges. I hit my 10,000 steps. I hit my 80,000 steps, just went over 80,000. So it was a lighter week. I didn't want to push it. So I was like 80,400 steps, which is perfect. Hit that number and then stop. I did my 4 workouts. Like I tell you guys, I see some people putting like 6 workouts. That's too much. Like you can't strength train 6 times in a week unless they're very short or just not very intense. But if you're doing it right, 45 minutes, 3 to 4 times a week is all you need. I hit my 200 zone 1s, and I only got 2 on my mobility, so 93.4%. So again, for next week, I'm going to keep it the same. Look, my weeks have run out. If you are in the same boat as me and you're at the end and you need more columns, shoot me a message. I'll go into your sheet and I'll add more to that. One thing I want to share is breathing techniques. What are the fundamental human actions or behaviors? Breathing and walking. So we're doing a lot of walking, but I know people are stressed. People have shit going on in their lives. One thing you can do to tap in and control your HRV, your heart rate, your autonomic nervous system is to control your breath. And one thing is to breathe into your belly using your diaphragm. So not filling up your chest like a swimmer, breath. Then your chest. Those big breaths into your belly, and also learning to do it through your nose. Learning how to nose breathe. You have to be deliberate about it. It's taken me a lot of time, but I'm getting a lot better at it, and it's helping me sleep and just makes you feel better. And then you become less congested breathing through your nose, and you have less allergies breathing through your nose. So what I'm going to share with you is a practice called square breathing, which is where you breathe in for 4 seconds, you hold it for 4 seconds, and then you breathe out for 4 seconds and hold it for 4 seconds. So you'll see it's going to go into a square pattern. It could be 4, 5, 6, 10 seconds. So the better you get at this, the longer you do this. But Navy SEALs use this technique and they'll practice it in the morning, before meals, in the evening. The more you do this, the better you get. So then if you are in a stressful situation, or if you just did a workout or just did a sprint and you want your heart rate to come down, use this technique and this will help you have better control over your just body and your heart rate and your nervous system. So square breathing. Let's watch this. So you're breathing into your belly through your nose, holding it. And I believe these are for 4 seconds. And then a slow exhale, pushing all the air out through your belly. Then hold. This will start to burn. This could be hard. And then so when you breathe everything out, you're holding it right now, you're building up CO2 in your blood, and that's where you get that urgent feeling like, I have to exhale. But if you can train your body to get used to that feeling, you'll develop a CO2 tolerance, which has a lot of benefits. So just doing these breathings, these things that make you uncomfortable, but you're doing it deliberately, it'll help you get better at pushing through sets. It'll get you better at dealing with hunger. It'll just make you better at dealing with shitty situations. And so instead of being driven or controlled by your emotions, you are now taking control of your body. As you do this for weeks and weeks and weeks, you'll be able to hold these, do 10 seconds, 10-second inhale, 10-second out. So you'll have to really control it. If it's hard doing it through your nose, you can do it through pursed lips, blowing out. But you'll get used to it and learning how to control the pace of your inhale and exhale. And in doing so, you'll learn how to get control over your diaphragm and pull that air down deep into your belly and getting that full breath. Because when you're lifting, that's what you want to do. You want to breathe into your belly, and then brace. And that just builds all that pressure and stability in through your core. So do that before you do a deadlift, before you do a bench press, a squat, an overhead press. Not as important on the externally stabilized lifts like machines, but still, if you're doing anything free weights where you're carrying or doing curls, you want to have good stability in your core. Taking a deep breath turns you into a Coke can that is closed and pressurized, as opposed to an open Coke can that will be crushed easily because there's no internal pressure to it. But yes, I highly recommend you start practicing box breathing. In fact, it is one of the options here on your sheet at the top of stress. Practice breathing. You want to know what it's worth? If you say you want to do it 7 days, it's worth 1 point per day. So it's worth a lot. It's worth more than even doing a cold shower, which is worth a half point per day. So that's all I've got this week. As always, shoot me a message if you have any questions. Upload your videos to get feedback on your lifting form. I love seeing you guys doing that more and more. Anything you want me to talk about in these videos, send me requests. You can send it to me personally. You don't have to do it in the groups, and I will try to answer any questions you guys have in these videos, because scheduling group calls just hasn't been working. And when I do schedule them, only a few people show up. So I find it easier to do it this way, just to record these videos. You can watch them at your leisure. Guys, keep it up. Summer's here. Time to get shredded. Take it 1 week at a time. Look at your past week. Make adjustments. Look at your future week. Make your plans. Take it 1 day at a time. Do your lifts. Do your meals. Do your mobility. Do your breathing. Do your sleep. 1 day at a time. If yesterday wasn't good, well, regroup and do it again tomorrow. And then one play at a time. You may have a bad set. You may have a bad workout. You may have a bad meal. Get over it, move on, and do better the next time, okay? Nobody's going to be perfect, but always strive to improve, always strive to learn and get better, and just take control of your life and your body, all right? Let's all get fit, live prime, and talk to y'all soon.